Yeah, I'm about to pop my shit. Pop it. Yeah, I'm about to talk my shit. Talk it. Yeah, I'm about to. Vinny. Right from the jump, I was all in it. I was out making plays, it was all business. Once I hopped off the porch, I was on a mission. First it started with a dream, then I made a vision. I got all of these blessings, cause God did. But no Khaled, I'm one of them widow niggas. I might stumble at times, but don't make no difference. Ain't no stopping this shit, man. What I look like folding over setback. Pause the tape, rewind, reset, and play back. Once you think I'm out, here comes the comeback. Watch your mouth, I always get my get back. Damn. They already know who I am. Stay down 10 toes like a man. You content to be on your knees, that's why it's hard to see where you stand. Damn. Right from the start, man, I came from the heart. Then I came out the dark and I found my way. Right from the start, man, I came from the heart. Then I came out the dark and I found my way. Straight from the heart and I found my way. Came out the dark and I found my way. Straight from the heart and I found my way. Came out the dark and I found my way. Doing pretty good for one of Anthony's big head badass kids, huh? I remember vividly, these niggas dropping did and said I wasn't gonna be shit, I wasn't gonna have shit, huh? And that's crazy, cause everything you niggas try to say about me came back on your ass quick, huh? Same ones that was there counting me out, can't count enough money just to pay back rent, huh? Yeah, that's crazy, I wasn't gonna let you tell me what I wasn't. Starting the bottom just to overcome it. I started with zero, now I'm out to something, and everything you said I'm out to nothing. Damn, they already know who I am. Handle my shit like a man. You feel a little pressure, you act like a bitch, so you wouldn't understand. Right from the start, man, I came from the heart. Then I came out the dark and I found my way. Right from the start, man, I came from the heart. Then I came out the dark and I found my way. Straight from the heart and I found my way. Came out the dark and I found my way. Straight from the heart and I found my way. Came out the dark and I found my way. Right from the start, man, I came from the heart. Then I came out the dark and I found my way. Right from the start, man, I came from the heart. Then I came out the dark and I found my way. Straight from the heart and I found my way. Came out the dark and I found my way. Straight from the heart and I found my way. Came out the dark and I found my way. Yeah, I'm about to pop my shit. Pop it. Yeah, I'm about to talk my shit. Talk it. Yeah, I'm about to. Vinny. Right from the jump, I was all in it. I was out making plays, it was all business. Once I hopped off the porch, I was on a mission. First it started with a dream, then I made a vision. I got all of these blessings, cause God did. But no Khaled, I'm one of them widow niggas. I might stumble at times, but don't make no difference. Ain't no stopping this shit, man. What I look like folding over setback. Pause the tape, rewind, reset, and play back. Once you think I'm out, here comes the comeback. Watch your mouth, I always get my get back. Damn. They already know who I am. Stay down 10 toes like a man. You content to be on your knees, that's why it's hard to see where you stand. Damn. Right from the start, man, I came from the heart. Then I came out the dark and I found my way. Right from the start, man, I came from the heart. Then I came out the dark and I found my way. Straight from the heart and I found my way. Came out the dark and I found my way. Straight from the heart and I found my way. Came out the dark and I found my way. Doing pretty good for one of Anthony's big head badass kids, huh? I remember vividly, these niggas dropping did and said I wasn't gonna be shit, I wasn't gonna have shit, huh? And that's crazy, cause everything you niggas try to say about me came back on your ass quick, huh? Same ones that was there counting me out, can't count enough money just to pay back rent, huh? Yeah, that's crazy, I wasn't gonna let you tell me what I wasn't. Starting the bottom just to overcome it. I started with zero, now I'm out to something, and everything you said I'm out to nothing. Damn, they already know who I am. Handle my shit like a man. You feel a little pressure, you act like a bitch, so you wouldn't understand. Right from the start, man, I came from the heart. Then I came out the dark and I found my way. Right from the start, man, I came from the heart. Then I came out the dark and I found my way. Straight from the heart and I found my way. Came out the dark and I found my way. Straight from the heart and I found my way. Came out the dark and I found my way. Right from the start, man, I came from the heart. Then I came out the dark and I found my way. Right from the start, man, I came from the heart. Then I came out the dark and I found my way. Straight from the heart and I found my way. Came out the dark and I found my way. Straight from the heart and I found my way. Came out the dark and I found my way. Yeah, I'm about to pop my shit. Pop it. Yeah, I'm about to talk my shit. Talk it. Yeah, I'm about to. Vinny. Right from the jump, I was all in it. I was out making plays, it was all business. Once I hopped off the porch, I was on a mission. First it started with a dream, then I made a vision. I got all of these blessings, cause God did. But no Khaled, I'm one of them widow niggas. I might stumble at times, but don't make no difference. Ain't no stopping this shit, man. What I look like folding over setback. Pause the tape, rewind, reset, and play back. Once you think I'm out, here comes the comeback. Watch your mouth, I always get my get back. Damn. They already know who I am. Stay down 10 toes like a man. You content to be on your knees, that's why it's hard to see where you stand. Damn. Right from the start, man, I came from the heart. Then I came out the dark and I found my way. Right from the start, man, I came from the heart. Then I came out the dark and I found my way. Straight from the heart and I found my way. Came out the dark and I found my way. Straight from the heart and I found my way. Came out the dark and I found my way. Doing pretty good, but when I answer this big head badass kids, huh? I remember vividly, these niggas trapping did it, said I wasn't gonna be shit, I wasn't gon' have shit, huh? And that's crazy, cause everything you niggas try to say about me came back on your ass quick, huh? Same ones that was there counting me out, can't count enough money just to pay back rent, huh? And that's crazy, I wasn't gonna let you tell me what I wasn't. Starting the bottom just to overcome it. I started with zero, now I'm out to something, and everything you said amount to nothing, damn. They already know who I am. Handle my shit like a man. You feel a little pressure, you act like a bitch, so you wouldn't understand. Right from the start, man, I came from the heart. Then I came out the dark and I found my way. Right from the start, man, I came from the heart. Then I came out the dark and I found my way. Straight from the heart and I found my way. Came out the dark and I found my way. Straight from the heart and I found my way. Came out the dark and I found my way. Right from the start, man, I came from the heart. Then I came out the dark and I found my way. Right from the start, man, I came from the heart. Then I came out the dark and I found my way. Straight from the heart and I found my way. Came out the dark and I found my way. Straight from the heart and I found my way. Came out the dark and I found my way. Yeah, I'm about to pop my shit. Pop it. Yeah, I'm about to talk my shit. Talk it. Yeah, I'm about to. Vinny. Right from the jump, I was all in it. I was out making plays, it was all business. Once I hopped off the porch, I was on a mission. First it started with a dream, then I made a vision. I got all of these blessings, cause God did. But no Khaled, I'm one of them widow niggas. I might stumble at times, but don't make no difference. Ain't no stopping this shit, man. What I look like folding over setback. Pause the tape, rewind, reset, and play back. Once you think I'm out, here comes the comeback. Watch your mouth, I always get my get back. Damn. They already know who I am. Stay down 10 toes like a man. You content to be on your knees, that's why it's hard to see where you stand. Damn. Right from the start, man, I came from the heart. Then I came out the dark and I found my way. Right from the start, man, I came from the heart. Then I came out the dark and I found my way. Straight from the heart and I found my way. Came out the dark and I found my way. Straight from the heart and I found my way. Came out the dark and I found my way. Doing pretty good, but when I answer this big head badass kids, huh? I remember vividly, these niggas trapping did it, said I wasn't gonna be shit, I wasn't gon' have shit, huh? And that's crazy, cause everything you niggas try to say about me came back on your ass quick, huh? Same ones that was there counting me out, can't count enough money just to pay back rent, huh? And that's crazy, I wasn't gonna let you tell me what I wasn't. Starting the bottom just to overcome it. I started with zero, now I'm out to something, and everything you said amount to nothing, damn. They already know who I am. Handle my shit like a man. You feel a little pressure, you act like a bitch, so you wouldn't understand. Right from the start, man, I came from the heart. Then I came out the dark and I found my way. Right from the start, man, I came from the heart. Then I came out the dark and I found my way. Straight from the heart and I found my way. Came out the dark and I found my way. Straight from the heart and I found my way. Came out the dark and I found my way. Right from the start, man, I came from the heart. Then I came out the dark and I found my way. Right from the start, man, I came from the heart. Then I came out the dark and I found my way. Straight from the heart and I found my way. Came out the dark and I found my way. Straight from the heart and I found my way. Came out the dark and I found my way.
What up, what up? It's your boy Vinny Dangerous, back for another installment of 1430 Live. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, we might keep this one short, cause y'all seen the title of the episode. I'm not exactly the most excited person to talk about this, but one, there wasn't really nothing else to talk about, and two, this is all I can think about. So there's really nothing else to talk about, and this was really all I could think about. But before we get started, the song you heard at the intro, Found My Way, you know, you saw it on the Starting Soon screen. It's from my album Dream Till It's Over, which is out now. Link in the description. Make sure you not only listen to it, because you can listen to it for free on Bandcamp, but cop it. Support your boy. Moving away from streaming. I've done a couple episodes about Spotify and the streaming politics and all that, so y'all can check that back. Y'all can check that out on the archives to kind of get a little bit more of the reason why I'm going direct to consumer. I'm not dealing with Spotify or any streaming platforms for this new project. Yeah, so support your boy. More tracks like that. I'm gonna keep playing like tracks from the album at the beginning of each stream, just to, you know, show y'all what y'all, what y'all paying for, what's in store for your listening pleasure. So, I haven't done this in a while, but it was a really good music that dropped this past Friday. Besides mine, definitely caught my album, like I said. But there was, some other really dope music that came out that I want to give a shout out to. Marsha Ambrosia's album produced by Dr. Dre. I know people feel funny about Dr. Dre, but I really like Marsha Ambrosia, and this album, Casablanca, so dope. I actually didn't even know. I knew it was coming out. Like, I heard the singles. I had heard I've heard her talk about the album, like they announced it, that they were working on the album together. I knew it was coming out. I didn't know it was coming out this past Friday. So I gave it a listen yesterday, and man, the production, Marsha Ambrosia, vocally, songwriting, it's a dope experience. Real tight and concise, like 10 track list too. So, if you into some like really dope like production, R&B, vocals, Marsha Ambrosia's vocals are always crazy. Give that one a listen. I'm gonna pull up my phone real quick. Oh, Lupe Fiasco's Samurai album. The concept behind it is weird. It's basically inspired by a voicemail that Amy Winehouse left her producer about how lyrics was coming to her. Like, she was like basically writing battle rap lyrics that was coming to her like a samurai. And Lupe took that and expanded it. So the backstory sounds weird, but I really feel like Lupe just took this opportunity to show off his rapping ability, and he doing that 1,000% on this album. So and the production is great too. But he's a star. Like that song "Cake," crazy. Oh, and the album, "The Algorithm" by Lucky Day, really dope. I haven't been able to dive into it too much, but Lucky Day is always like high quality, and from a first listen, it is top to bottom. I haven't really heard a song that I would skip on it. Like, so I'm gonna give it some more. It's kind of like the last album I kind of got to after those first two albums, but yeah, it's worth the listen. There was an EP, The Foreign Exchange, Fonte, from Little Brothers, alternative group, The Foreign Exchange. It's just a quick, what is it, like 2 tracks? Yeah, it's like 2 tracks, but it sounds good. It sounds like they're gearing up for an album, so that's definitely something to check out too. All right, so let's get. You see, I'm stalling a little bit. Like, I definitely wanted to give those albums a shout out, but I'm stalling a little bit. Because like I said, this isn't really what I wanted, or an episode I wanted to talk about. I thought about skipping this week, but I'd already taken a break for Father's Day, so I didn't want to do that. And I might end up taking another break because, it's holidays, and, family might be pulling up next weekend. So I don't know if I really want to do a podcast if I have family here. So if family do show up, I'll let y'all know if I'm gonna end up doing a show. But if knowing that, I didn't want to skip this week. Now, full disclaimer, this is not a political podcast. I don't really like to dive into this too much. I used to really get into it on my last podcast show, Dangerous Minds. I used to get into it whenever something would pop up. But I try not to get into it as much no more. I've just never really, like, I think, you get to talking about stuff enough, you start to feel a little cynical, right? Like, you start to feel a little like, it started to make you feel hopeless. And that's what it was starting to feel like when I would cover, like, political unrest, or because I'm not the most politically educated guy. So everything that I'm going to be talking about today is just based off emotion. Just like, I did in the past. It was all about emotion. It was just how I felt and what I thought about the situation. But I didn't like coming on to the show and spouting a bunch of doom and gloom without really much in the way of a solution. I was tired of being that guy. And I'd rather talk about the things that I have a little bit more knowledge and a little bit more passion to talk about. But when I tell you, this is all I could think about. Like, nothing else could penetrate my thought process after the debate. This past, what was it, Thursday? It was either Wednesday or Thursday. I can't remember now. I just remember clicking on it because it was on, it was on YouTube, it was on TV. Everybody's watching this. I think I saw Spiritual World on Instagram because I post a lot of this stuff on my story, like when I'm, broadcasting some news and events that I think is interesting. They posted that about over 50 million people watched the debate. So all eyes was on this. Oh yeah, it was Thursday. I remember it was Thursday because I was watching wrestling on Wednesday. So all eyes, the whole country's watching this. The biggest question going into this is, I think more like the biggest question was really about like Biden's mental capacity, because Trump did it. I don't think a lot of people are talking about Trump outside of the Black Jobs comment, which we're gonna get into. I don't really think people are talking about Trump for the simple fact that he basically did what we were expecting. He was gonna get up there and lie his ass off. He was gonna lie. He was gonna be very passionate and very assertive about his lies. That's the only thing about Trump that we knew he was going to do that, and he did not disappoint. He lied. He was lying. He actually looked. The thing that surprised me was that he looked way more nervous up there than I would have thought. I would have thought, because the guy believes his own BS. We all know this. Like, he's lied so convincingly that he was able to lie convincingly his way into being the president of the United States for 4 years. So it makes sense, everything about. But he seemed so like unsure at times. That's one of the things I noticed. Like, his body language looked a little weird, but that don't even matter, because the main thing people were focused on, rightfully so, is Biden just looking so old and so out of it. Like, I remember, like towards the end of, I think it was like the end of last year. It was a lot of people that were trying to say, on the Democratic side, do not run for president. We probably should get someone else. We probably should get another candidate. I really feel like that should have been a talking point when he won the first time. Because I remember talking to my wife, and I told her, like, I didn't think Biden was going to run again. I was like, all right, he could do 4. He could do 4 years. Everybody's number one goal while we were in lockdown, while the pandemic was still raging, we got to get Trump out of here. It was already crazy that he got to that point. Like, there's actually a song on my album Yes I Am a Dreamer, like the first album of the trilogy. And I boldly and confidently said like something to the effect of "You beating me is as crazy as Trump taking office." I don't really remember the lyric like that, and the reason why I don't remember the lyric like that is because after I said it, then this motherfucker went on and won the presidency, and I never listened to that song ever again. That one lyric ruined that song for me because me in 2016 thinking like everybody else, there is no way in hell he's gonna win this. Win this. There's no way. There's absolutely no way he's gonna win this. And he did, and everything. Like people have very selective memory. Like there's a lot of people that think about the pandemic, and they think about how gas was lower, and they think about how we got a couple stimulus checks that helped us get by a little bit. You know, the PPP loans, which a lot of motherfuckers ended up going down for. People just conveniently forget that a lot of people went to jail or at least were in a lot of trouble, a lot of legal trouble behind that. So I don't understand, you know, why that part gets omitted a lot. But, you know, people kind of whittle people when they think about, but like when I hear people say we got to get Trump back in office, they say stuff like he gave us some money, we had money under Trump. Like people are really only thinking about 2020. And I think it's even crazier if you lost somebody during 2020 during the pandemic, because things got as bad as it did because his administration was very slow to act. Like, you know, they knew about information about the pandemic and it was coming down the line, and they had an opportunity to act to try to get stuff under control. I don't really know. I will say I don't know what could have been done to kind of help ease that a little bit. But I don't know. I feel like anything is better than just not doing anything and just letting it happen the way it did. Even if you were proactive and failed and it still ended up the same, at least I could say you tried. But you just kind of was like, I don't even care. And then the spread of misinformation had people injecting bleach because you want a press conference. You want a press conference saying you ain't gonna wear a mask. And now that one comment, it turned the whole idea of wearing a mask to like this political game that is still a topic of conversation. Even after like COVID's kind of simmered down a little bit. It's still out here, but you don't have to worry about going outside as much as you were like 4 years ago. So I say all that to say, like I really just don't understand the mindset of the Democrats where they were, because everybody was already on board, right? We were already on board. Trump is a danger. We got to get him out. We're already on board. That's why you won so decisively, Biden. You didn't win because of you, because a lot of people didn't like you. I don't like you. Not like, and this was before your presidency, because I didn't like you because of the super predator stuff. You know, you being a spearhead for the crime bill. You know, stuff going on in the Obama administration that a lot of people just, you know, again, conveniently overlooked that you were a part of then. You know, and you've just said some crazy stuff. Like the whole, you know, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black comment. Bad move, man. Really bad move. Really bad move. So yeah, I don't like you. And then everything going on with the response to the war in Palestine, like the war in Gaza. Well, not even a war. It's a fucking genocide. Like, Israeli people are just completely eradicating the Palestinian people and are basically trying to wipe them off the face of the earth, and it's being funded by the United States of America with the blessing of Joe Biden. So this war, like it's already looking crazy because of everything that was going on with Ukraine. But at least with that one, I could understand. You know, in a sense, like Russia attacking Ukraine is is almost like Israel attacking the Palestinian people. The only difference is when it came to Ukraine and Russia, we put money in the hands of the little guys to help them fight back. Now we're putting money in the hands of the superpowers so they could just rain down even more hellfire than they already were, or they were already planning to. So I'm already going into this debate. Like, I'm trying to paint the picture because I'm already going into this debate. I don't like either one of them, right? Like, if it wasn't for stuff like Roe v. Wade being overturned, uh, Project 2025, I don't want to get into that, but look into that. Like, it's fucking psychotic. And just a bunch of other, like, BS. I was, before that, like, started rearing its head, I was already in the mindset that I wasn't going to vote. Like, I probably said it on this show before. I didn't want to vote. I didn't want to vote. I didn't feel compelled to. Um, but as things have played out, like, they've kind of forced me into, like, before it was assured, now I'm unsure. I'm very unsure. I know I'm not voting for Trump, so it's really like whether I'd vote for Biden or not. But I'm already going into this debate like I don't like neither one of y'all. I don't like neither one of y'all. And I have concerns. I have things that I care about. And up to this point, none of y'all have even spoken about it. One side just wants to get back in the office and attack everybody that has turned against him, all his political enemies, and he basically want to reshape everything to where, like, this country will basically turn into a dictatorship under their leadership, right? And but you have another side that's just like they have zero to offer other than we're not that guy. You have zero to offer. Like at every turn, at every issue that your base cares about, you have been completely silent on. You either been silent or willfully antagonistic towards, like, I remember he got elected almost like immediately. He said, "Oh yeah, I'm not getting rid of student loan debt." Now he eventually changed his mind because he started to realize, that comment might cost me some voters if I run in 4 years. Maybe I might want to walk that back. And then it became, oh well, now I want to, but the House and the Senate, they ain't got my back on this, so my hands are tied. I can't do nothing about it, y'all. I'm sorry, but vote for me, and I'll try my best to do it the next time. That's basically what it turned into. It was the same thing with Obama. Like I said, I don't want to get into that. We're talking about right now. I ain't talking about back before. It was kind of like that, where it was just, hey man, I want to do this, but my hands are tied. I'm sorry. Even though the people like Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders were saying that, you could just sign it away. Like, you have, like, executive order to where you can just do that. But you're trying to do this whole bipartisan thing. I don't really know if you've noticed, but they don't like you because you beat their guy. I don't think they're going to be rocking with you on anything you want to do. They're actively trying to tear down everything, any level of progression. Because, they'd rather women be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen and nowhere else, and they'd rather have black and minorities in servitude. They'd rather go back to that. That's what Make America Great Again is all about. They'd rather have that anyway, but the fact that you took they dude out, the guy that they was ready to go to war for, they were ready to storm the Capitol for, and stand next to those people, an attempted coup, they were ready to stand with them. Of course, they're gonna just out of spite tear down any progressive legislation that they could think of. So again, I'm going into this. I don't like anybody. I forgot what I think I was editing something. I was editing a video, and while I was waiting on something to render, I saw the YouTube video, and it was playing it. I clicked on it. I can't tell you how fast I clicked off of that shit, because I clicked on it and Biden already stuttering. Now, to be fair, I know he does have a stutter. And I don't want to sound like I'm making fun of people with a stutter. But Ebro said it best on Hot 97. It's kind of a combination of everything. It's your age. It's the fact that even though your opponent is a liar, he sounds way more able-bodied and coherent next to you. Like, at least he's a liar, but at least we can hear his lies pretty clearly compared to you. So it's those two things. It's the stutter, and it's just the fact that it sounds like you lack confidence. Because maybe everybody doesn't know that you have a stutter. Like, he sounds tired. He sounds out of it. I know that, people were trying to say that he was going to take performance-enhancing drugs. I wish he would have. Like, who cares? He's not an athlete. He's trying to run the country. And if the fact that the leader of the free world is 80, what is he, 81, 82? The fact that he's that, I'd rather him have every advantage possible to think clearly at any point than him just trying not to prove a point. I don't care about your point. I just want you to do the job. Like, we're not collecting stats. This isn't an athletic competition, bro. I just need you to be right here. I need this functioning and ready to make the decisions that this country needs. I mean, the fact that, because we talking about Joe's age. Realistically, Trump is only like 3 years younger than the dude. Yeah, he's 3 years younger than him. So we really just picking at straws here. Like, we just plucking little hairs at this point. Like, both of them are too old for this job. Like, I know there's a age limit. Like, I think you got to be about 50 to run. Like, we need somebody that's a little closer to 50 than this. We need somebody that's a little bit closer to 50 than 100. So all this talk about age, if at this point we should have been looking, we really should have been looking for new people. Actually, on the Breakfast Club, they had people calling in, which I was highly upset that Charlamagne wasn't on the broadcast, like right after the debate and shit, because he'd been talking so much shit about it, and I just knew his reaction to this was gonna be hilarious. He might be back on Monday, tomorrow. I look forward to his reaction to everything, but he wasn't there on Friday. But they had callers calling in, and there was one particular caller. Now, I'm not gonna play it because I've already got hit with a copyright claim from using the Breakfast Club stuff before, so I'm not even gonna touch that. But the caller himself, and I can link the video in the comments after this broadcast is over. But the caller said that it was really our fault because we didn't go out to the Democratic primaries. And I get what he's saying. Unfortunately, we didn't know who else was on the ballot. Because once the incumbent like more than likely they're gonna run again. So it was already kind of like we're not even gonna stress that. We're not even gonna think about that. We're just gonna focus on like trying to win, like with our guy. Like he's the most well known. You know, not only has he been president before, but I mean he's the current president, but he's also a former vice president. And what I mean is, as much as I would have preferred someone else 4 years ago to have gone up against Trump, the reality is Biden was probably our best bet. You know, I don't really see the I don't really see enough people voting for a woman. I mean, we learned that lesson in 2016 with Hillary. Uh, Again, it's funny how we talking about people being too old. Like Bernie was too old, but now we got people that are just as old as he was at that time, going head to head, going neck and neck for who's gonna be the oldest president, who's gonna beat Biden's record from winning the last time. But yeah, at the time, Bernie was too old and he was too radical, and I just don't. I don't even really remember who else was another option. So it had to be Biden. Biden had to be the one to win, and maybe that was the mindset going into sticking with him this time. But like, I really feel like that might be the biggest thing that makes them lose this time around. Because as bad as it is, I mean, even during the debate, like Trump took credit for getting rid of Roe v. Wade. And yeah, maybe they could make amendments for emergency abortions because he decided to say that. But I feel like that was more of a, because he knew, like deep down, he knows that's a bad look, and he can't completely dismiss it because his base wants Roe v. Wade gone. But he also knows that there are a lot of people on, like, because you have the two bases. You have the Democratic base, you have the Republican base, but then you have a lot of people that are just like, I don't rock with neither one of y'all, so I'm just gonna pick whoever talking the best talk, and that's where I'm at. Who's gonna talk the best talk? And you gotta kind of tread lightly, which I guess in a sense that was a smart move. He kind of tried to clean it up a little bit. Like, yeah, he took credit for it, but he also says, which is one of the biggest concerns, is like, oh, I'm for emergency abortion, but I don't believe him. That's the thing. I don't believe him. I believe that was more of a move to try to make himself look a little bit, I guess redeemable is the word, or just like, hey y'all, I stand with my people, but I'm not with all that shit. Like I can amend a little bit if that gets me your vote. And I think that's my biggest issue with a lot of this is that it does feel like that's what it felt like when Biden won. It felt like he said everything we wanted to hear. Like he had somebody on Twitter, he had on social media, on all the social medias. Like, okay, the people that are undecided, the people that are, the young folks, because he definitely needed a young vote. Like, what do they care about? Student loan debt, we need that forgived. Okay, boom, I'm gonna say I'm gonna do that. Affordable health care, oh, I need that. We gonna do that. Trust. That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like to me, because they went right back on a lot of this shit once they got elected. And I know that's not new. That's not new. That's not new. I think that was the first time, and I guess being that I am older now, like that might have been the first time I saw it in real time. Like I saw that, and at least that's the first time I saw it where they verbally said, "I didn't say that," or verbally said, "Well, yeah, we're not gonna do that." Like I said that during the campaign trail. I got elected, so now I ain't gotta stick with that shit no more. That was the first time I seen it in real time. Usually they lie, they say they're gonna work on it, and then they don't. But all right, but yeah, let's get into some of the highlights. Like I said, like Trump had a good move in the moment, but I don't think a lot of people believe him because he's such a liar. There was a lot of times where it just looked pathetic. Like they were like the moderators were asking direct questions, and nobody answered the question. It was more about digging at each other, taking jabs at each other. The topic of childcare came up, and that was a topic, you know, me and my wife especially were very interested to see what they were going to say, and they both just completely ignored it. It was a bunch about statistics about who's the best president. They started arguing about golf. It was about everything but the topic at hand. And they did it a number of times. That was just the first time I really clocked it. Um, they whittled abortion down to just having a baby or not having a baby, or like reproductive health to, you know, a woman being able to see her doctor or not. But they didn't really get into like the nuances, the things that people were really concerned about. One person pointed out another one from the Breakfast Club video that I can't play because I don't want to get another copyright claim. One woman like clocked how, they basically like whittled women down to just having babies. Like when they were talking about, you just see it in the language. Like when they would talk about a doctor, it was like a woman could go to her doctor and he can decide, or those just those little things that just like, if you don't clock it, because I didn't clock it until she mentioned it on the video. But thinking back, like a lot of that language was really permeated in a lot of what they were saying, and it's again another example of them being like too old. Like their mindsets are too old. Like this is 2024. How am I supposed to, like, you don't represent people of this time period because your mind is still stuck to 40, 50, 60 years ago when things were totally different. What else? Black jobs. People had fun with this, but it was meme to death. Like mad people were going online and going, what are black jobs? People were like coming up, like compiling a list of all the black jobs out here. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that. Real quick. List of black jobs. Yeah. Okay. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at these articles, and one of the things I'm seeing. Let me see. I wonder, can you see that? Let me check real quick. Because the way it's set up, I think it's kind of got it cut off. Yeah, it's cut off a little bit. Let me fix that real quick. Yeah. So, all right. Yeah, I cut off some of the article. I'm going to read it out, though. Black jobs. Trump draws pushback after anti-immigration rant. Was First of all, that's crazy when you think about it. How do you use accidental racism as a way to highlight your overt racism? Like in talking about, wow, like immigrants are taking black jobs. Like they're taking black jobs. So basically, you like saying, oh, okay, because you're kind of looking at, because unfortunately, it's when we talk about these jobs that immigrants are taking, like they automatically think about farm work, they think about construction. I think Peter Rosenberg on Hot 97 said it was basically like the jobs where you can't speak the language, so it's hard, it's hard labor type of employment, right? So in a sense, you're basically saying that that's the only job that you see black people doing, or when you think of black folks, you only think of us having the capability of doing those hard labor jobs, the jobs where you can't speak the language, so you can only work with your hands in those like brutal jobs. Like those jobs can be really brutal on the body, like they long hours for very little pay, kind of thing. It's, we had fun with it. Like black people most of the time we do. We have fun. We poke fun at it. But again, it just highlights the the things about Trump. Like when I see black people standing next to Trump, I think you crazy, because as bad as Biden is, and trust me, I ain't no Biden defender at all. Trump is like overtly old school racist. Like there's no way you're going to tell me that you could call Biden a racist but still be out here saying that I support Trump. Hold on, because I gotta find this post. Like actually, it's funny. The same day of the debate, I actually saw an article where they were talking about Trump, and they were talking about how he was supposed to go to a barbershop. He was supposed to go to a barbershop, and I think it was in Atlanta. And he basically no showed. He no showed it, but he no showed it, but he just called in, and you could just see there was some black folks looking like cartoonishly stereotypical. Like it was funny. Like, and they all look so sad and so disappointed. I hope I can find this. I hope I can find this. It just dawned. I just remembered it. I would usually have this stuff already hashed out, but like I could. It just came back to me. That shit was hilarious. Was it on the? It must have been on the Shade Room or something. Matter of fact, I'll just Google it. I'll Google it real quick. Trump no shows barber visit. Ah, see, yeah, all this stuff is gonna show the article. I ain't trying to see the article. I'm trying to see the video. Actually, it's funny because so it's funny because I see this article saying that. All right, let me pull it up real quick. Hold on, I'll share the screen. All right, so I see this article saying how the owner of the shop lost business. Like he said, he felt misled and he was losing business behind it. And bro, I'm just want to know, like, what was you thinking? What was you thinking? What was you thinking, bro? That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, black people, and I feel like that's what it's gonna be. Like, if you choose to support that man, like that, you're gonna end up looking like a fool, just straight up. But yeah, uh, like I'm gonna wrap this up. My final thoughts really is I think at this point you might want to start thinking about leaving the country. I'm looking it up. There's a few places I know. I remember Ghana had talked about citizenship for black folks. Trying to help people out. Um, Cartagena. Shout out to my homegirl Ashanti. She was telling me about this country, which is very welcoming to black folks. That might be worth taking a look at. And like I'm like only like a quarter joking. Like I'm actually thinking about it because I know a lot of people kind of lost faith in Biden's ability to run the country. And I don't know, like, do we want a corpse or do we want a liar that wants to, like, he's been on record saying he never wants to leave the office. And Project 2025 seems like it's the plan to make sure that that happens. So I I'd rather stick with I'd rather stick with the dude that I'm not really that big of a fan of. Like I probably am gonna vote. Like I said, it's more about Roe v. Wade. It's more about affirmative action. It's more about just a lot of things that were stripped away because of the chess pieces that were put in place during Trump's first presidency. That if he gets back into the office, I just know it's going to be a lot worse. I'm not a fan of Biden, not at all. But I think we gotta really kind of look at the bigger picture here. Uh, so yo, I'm a probably do early voting first day and get it out the way so I can just keep it pushing. Yes, I don't like everything that's going on in Gaza. I hate it. I'm really I'm pissed off that he co-signing this shit. So of course, like I really wish that that wasn't the case. And if he was going up against a sane person, it'd be a no brainer. I'm either not gonna vote for him or I would vote for the other guy. But considering who he's up against, I gotta deal with the corpse and the warmonger, the genocide enabler. I gotta stick with him, and like I feel it. I feel the same thing a lot of people feel. A lot of people been feeling like this since this this election season started. Really, like we just don't we don't feel good about this. I mean, I don't think people felt good about Hillary and Trump in 2016, but I feel like this is even worse because both. I mean, Biden looked crazy. He looked old. He looked tired. He looked completely out of it during the debate. But Trump didn't look that much better. He didn't look that much better, and I feel like as a people we deserve better choices than this. So, but I don't know. I don't think either one of them give a fuck. I don't think anybody. It's crazy that it feels like majority of the population is probably smarter than people that run this country. Like, I feel like I have conversations with people on the street, you know, anywhere from the barbershop to the grocery store, you know, just at the gas station pumping gas. I feel like I have more productive and intelligent conversations with everyday people on a day-to-day basis than the people in the White House, in the Senate, in the House of Representatives, the Supreme Court have, and they're the ones that are, putting the faith of millions and millions of people in their hands every day with their inept ability to do their jobs. Because this isn't just the president. This is the Marjorie Taylor Greens. This is the Clarence Thompsons in the Supreme Court. There's just all these people that don't really seem like they have any idea what they're doing, and they hold the highest positions of power in this country, and it feels like it's across all aspects of the political system in the United States. Like if other like, there's been plenty of reasons to make fun of America. You know, from the UK to Japan to whoever, Russia, Germany. There's a lot of places that, you know, even Canada, they make light of America, and they have every right to, in a lot of aspects. But if there was ever a reason to just face palm and just be embarrassed to be an American, we saw that during that presidential debate. And I'll leave you on this note. Literally on the same day of the debate, the Supreme Court basically made it illegal to be homeless. Like now people can be arrested for sleeping in public areas, basically, aka homeless people, while also ruling that people who were arrested during the January 6th attack on the Capitol were improperly arrested. And literally both of those decisions happened the same day as the presidential debate. So just do with that information what you will, and like how that represents the position that we're in 2024. Yeah. You see why I didn't want to do this episode? But we did it. Anybody that stuck around and watched, I seen some people kind of blipping in and out. I think I only got one more person left. I appreciate y'all for sticking with me. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Follow the Instagram page. I have it right here. You know, my personal page, Vinny it's the other way. My personal page, Vinny Dangerous. For my music, like I said, Dream Till It's Over, out now. Link is in the description. Follow the podcast page, the 1430 Podcast on Instagram. Join the broadcast channel. You have an opportunity to help me decide on the next episode. You know, I put in little questions, polls, you name it. So be a part of the conversation. But if you don't do that, and if you know, whatever, you took the time to watch this, I appreciate you. Until next time, like I said, follow me on Instagram. I will let y'all know if another episode comes out next Sunday, or if I'm gonna be tied up with some family stuff. I'll let y'all know. I might even pre-record the next episode just to make sure that something at least goes out. So we might not have a live chat, but at least have an episode to watch if I'm a little tied up. Oh, and yeah, I ain't doing shit for the 4th. Just, I already don't, you know, shout out. I really appreciate Juneteenth being a holiday now, because I sure as hell ain't celebrating the 4th of July at all. Just want to make that point. But, you know, if you got the day off, be safe. It's been your boy Vinny Dangerous. It's been 1430. Best of luck after November. But until next time,